Welcome to the Comics News Wire, where we get our news from the comics newsroom found at comicbookadvocates.com. This show is anchored by Mr. Anderson, who is the unboxable, advocating creator known as the Indie Comics Devil, who will tempt you with his devilish tales of fetish, monsters, and more. Join him and his co-anchors as they give you the comics news coming off the wire. This show is brought to you in association with
At Geek Insider, we foster relationships with those in the geek sphere so we can give our audience the insider view of entertainment, tech, and more.
ComicBookAdvocates.com is the global digital Comic-Con, but it's more than that, and you can be more too. Be more than just a fan. Become an advocate for comics like ComicBookAdvocates.com is for their creators, for their crowdfunding, for the very books they're creating. Because we love comics. Warning and disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this live feed are those of the guests, speakers, and or hosts, and do not necessarily reflect the beliefs, official policies, ethics, or positions of the content providers, advertisers, additional hosts, and or guests, hosting sites, groups, or entities attached to this programming. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, everybody. Welcome to October 20th. It's 10/20/20. And I'll be joined by Michael Modin, as we call him around here, in just a few minutes. I want to take a few minutes to thank everyone for wishing me well. I haven't physically been doing well. Jax has been homesick with me. I caught his cold while taking care of him, and I've had my back out this week. So thank you for everyone who's reached out, said nice things. That's why you're getting the Avatar treatment the last 2 days. And we're just going to quickly talk about all of our crowdfunding stuff, because tomorrow's 11 a.m. CNW show gets taken over by the backer pause. So if you want to be actually a judge, we still don't have a judge for that tomorrow. And I'd be happy to have you on, even a few people. We'll be reaching out a little later today, see who wants to be part of it. And of course, we had Chuck last week, who did an amazing job. And I am going to release the next book, possibly the middle of the week. I might even do it next week, just because I've been feeling under the weather. So you still have your opportunity to get the New York Reporter, my first comic book ever. All I ask is that you send me an email. It's pretty easy, right? And what is backer pause? Well, let me explain what backer pause is right now. Welcome to Backer Pause. What is Backer Pause? Well, it's when we get judges who are creators to sit down and watch crowdfunding videos that we are proudly advocating for on comicbookadvocates.com. And they hit pause when they lose interest in the videos that we are watching and experience Backer Pause. This is a fun way to teach creators about attention spans of the viewers and what works and does not work for their videos. Want to be a judge? Are you ready to play? Welcome to Backer Pause. And remember that I recently also, just so you guys know, if you're interested in the Teenage Ninja Turtles next story where they have black masks, or I should say one of them does, but who's the one? It's a Who's Done It in Reverse. Check it out on geekinsider.com. I have a review for it. And spoilers, I really enjoyed it. So definitely check it out. And this week we will have a comic reviewed in a New York Minute. So stay tuned. That's probably going to be on Thursday or Friday. And I wanted to play a quick bump for our friend over at... Where is it? Here it is. This is a bump for our friend John Celestri for his comic. QRC codes are cool. So check it out. What is the project most worthy of backing for this week? Well, you get to choose. What will be this week's crowd-funded to back? Should be funder to back. Shown live at the beginning of Backer Pause this Wednesday at 11 Eastern. Guess what? It's your call. So vote below and cast a vote. Cast a vote you know will be counted. And you can never re-edit these. Once you find an error, the polls for some reason don't let you do it. But we got some stuff going on right now. The Rocket Girl seems to be actually in the lead. Congratulations to that. But it's still early, and you can vote. And you can find this voting by going to comicbookadvocates.com. And that takes you straight to our newsroom, where within that newsroom, all you have to do is to go into go on the top of the page and just click that crowdfunding icon, and you'll be able to be taken here to see John the Animator's book, which is leaving us just on the 21st. That's tomorrow. The COMiX and 7:30 a.m., so it won't make the show. So because it won't make the show, we went ahead and showed you the video. Moden will be here to talk about the Elysian Fields in a few minutes. The Italian, whoa, just super awesomeness. You guys got to check it out. It's great. Great LGBT superhero comic book series. The Spectrum ends on Friday the 23rd. Catching the Crazies is going to wrap itself up on Monday, October 26th. Then you'll have to tune in to see what else we have on the show tomorrow. A lot of great projects, more being added as we speak, as the open call is now on my page. So we're going to go ahead and switch gears, and we're going to go into our COMiX newsroom. Now, the newsroom is broken down by day, so you guys can get the different days. We're on Tuesday, so here's the video for Tuesday. The link to the room for Tuesday. So we're doing all this so you guys can have as much information as you can. Remember, every day there's now a poll for the different creative stuff that's going on, so stay tuned for that. And this is our actual... Oh, sorry. We don't have Tuesday lined up. So what you do is, if you want to find that, if you get told that you're a part of the COMiX Newswire and your story's picked up, go to the day of the week that we told you, and then go to the rundown. The rundown tells you everything that's going on. And here is the rundown. And of course, you see that you have an email. We actually have a mail room for you guys. You can send us mail directly in all the threads for the different rundown days. We do that on purpose. Today is hosted by me and, of course, Moden, who will be here in just a few minutes. And we are going to be talking about his charitable trust and all this great stuff. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to encourage you guys to help us out. Keep this on. Ooh, Moden actually showed up. Moden, what's going on?
Hey, what's up? How we doing?
I didn't even hear you enter the room, weirdly enough.
Yeah, I'm a ninja that way sometimes, so all good.
StreamYard's doorbell's broken. So go ahead, talk to us about this, because I know there's some news with this happened over the weekend. I said I'd give you a few minutes, so go for it.
Yeah, so, you know, I've spoken about it a good deal of times. This edition of Elysian Fields, we got partnered up with the Special Forces Charitable Trust. Fantastic organization. We're really excited to be a part of it. And so on our select support our troops tiers, we have we donate $10 minimum to the Special Forces Charitable Trust per purchase. So what we announced this past weekend, well, technically actually yesterday, we revealed the challenge coin design on graded 0.5 last night. Really fantastic response to that. And you know, we have 3 days left in the main campaign. And so if you get in on the first 30 days, we are going to extend to the full 60. But if you get in here within the next 3 days, you are also going to be put in for a raffle for some original art from Justin Hunt. So that's a pretty big incentive. We are close to 4,000 right now. And we are hoping to hit 5K by the end of the week. So please see what you can do to come out and show us your support, even if it's just share the link. You're not only supporting a great, fantastic book being made, but you are supporting a brilliant organization that not only supports the veterans of a very elite community in the American military, but their families as well. So, yeah, great cause. I know that we've got a lot of news here today, so I'll leave it at that. So let's move on, Rob.
Sounds good. Let's move on to, of course, the poll, which I'm sure Moden will work on later today and tell you.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be sharing this bad boy around.
Yeah, because now you're going to be extended an extra 30 days just so everyone's clear about what that means. That means the campaign will continue now until, I want to say November, late November, right?
Yeah, we'll probably be wrapping up the main campaign phase of it around, I think it's November 22nd. But yeah.
Well, that's good news, and so is the 105% that funded by you guys. You guys have gone and not only funded it, but got them over to talking about stretch goals. Thank you to all the backers. Only 4 days left, and on Kickstarter, there is no additional time. It's do or die. There isn't. You even have to make the goal. There's no flexible goal. So thank you so much for making this project possible. For everyone who did show up to the show, Michael, Nick, Adam, congratulations. Still time to back it. Get down with it. They're just 200 away from our first stretch goal on Spectrum #2 Kickstarter with 4 days remaining. He feels confident that they can hit it. Spectrum is an LGBT teen superhero comic book about life, love, diversity, and in and out of costume. Art by Jet COMiX. Back the campaign now. And we got something from our friend Brian Lambert, who will be on our show with his Kickstarter. Agreed to it. Go ahead and tell him about that, Modem.
All right. So Brian says, a third of the way to go, just 3 days. 3 days, and you all are setting the tone for a great campaign, and we couldn't be happier. So here's day one of our hero series. We want to take you behind the curtain just a bit, show you what motivates and brings our characters to life. Sakari, the betrayer. Sakari is a man with a past so shrouded in mystery, he's still struggling to uncover himself. This immortal warrior awoke with distinct Alpha Omega crossmark emblazoned across his eye and bound to the service of the Church of the Divine Worship. Is that worship? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
The price for the crimes committed before his immortality is servitude. Sakari is a reluctant agent that battles to stem the tide of evil that threatens to wash over the world. In his moments of silence, usually found at the bottom of a bottle, Sakari can almost see the image of a woman he no longer remembers, and can almost feel the love that no longer remains. Using various religious totems, Sakari does the church's bidding, hoping that unlocking the keys to his past will also unlock the keys to his eternal rest. Join Concept Moon Studios' Man of Mystery in Nightfall. See where that his troubled past takes him. There's the link for the Kickstarter and a whole bunch of hashtags.
Yeah, we don't do the hashtags. Our friend, a bit of a change of pace from his last page of his webcomic. Steamroller Man keeps steamrolling on as a superhero comedy in the vein of The Tick and the Batman 66. I draw it all digitally in Clip Studio. You know, I always see the comparison between The Tick and Batman 66. I don't think those two are good comparisons of even each other.
They're not, because Batman 66 is very much more for a younger audience, and The Tick, while it carries that kind of corniness as like a homage almost to the Adam West stuff, it is very much more for an adult audience.
And for what, I don't know if a lot of people are aware of this, but Batman 66 actually wasn't supposed to be as corny as it came out to be. They actually were taking that very seriously at first. I think they leaned into it as it went, like Evil Dead, because of lack of budgets and stuff. But at first, they were trying to be if you watch the earlier episodes, there was a much
they're a lot darker.
Yeah. It was a different show. Some amazing art from our friend Russ Leach, who has the Only Death Can Save Us, which we'll call up right now because he had something to say here. Let me blow it up for Moden.
All right. All right. All the heavy lifting may have been done, but now the stretch goals are in sight. Love the way comics used to be. Only Death Can Save Us now on Indiegogo. It's such a gorgeous looking book. I can't gush enough about it. I'm very pleased to call myself a backer of this project. And I'm really excited to see Russ's final product. And it's an all ages book too. So that's another big incentive is, anyone can read it. Building the audience of tomorrow is important.
Absolutely. Boom. Catch the Crazies has officially funded. Now they're unlocking some stretch goals. Be part of the madness and catch the Crazies today. And I know you know a little bit about this, right? The Demon Nation tonight? Or is this last night?
Yeah. I think that was actually last night. Because I was fairly certain that on my notification thing, his interview with the Nightwolf guys was yesterday. I could be wrong though. I'm talking to Phil here later today, so I'm sure if I messed this up.
It said the 19th. I'm looking now. I don't see it in the playlist. I don't know. Well, Moden will get back to us and let us know. We had Totally Unscripted, Totally Rad the other night. I know that. Let's see who is on this show. Hey, he had a bunch of people on here. This isn't it though. This is something different. All right.
Man, so, Tom Hutchinson wasn't there? That's an oddity. Tom's always there on Unscripted. Him and Jim. I saw Jim there, though. So they at least got half of the pair.
I guess he had the night off. And make you guys laugh. And we all had plans this has been circulating. Yes, this is 2020 in a meme. And
Boy Wonder, Crowbar, Boy Wonder.
And I'll let Michael take this one because I know he's a huge fan of this.
Oh man, this is the alternative history book that Sean's been doing. I've known about this for a minute, and it looks awesome. So this is Talos of Sparta, and it's an alternate history book. And so Sean says, if you're looking for something new, enjoy alternate history stories, and love plenty of action, then this is for you. After the death of his father, a Spartan warrior is entrusted by a mystical priestess to battle the monstrous army rising in the east. Join Talos as he set out on an adventure to not only avenge his father's death, but protect Sparta from an evil that will stop at nothing to see his country and its people burn. Sign up for the pre-launch page here. I will definitely be signing up for that. I won't spoil anything because I don't know if he is how much promotional stuff he's revealed, but I've seen who they're going up against, and I am all sorts of excited for this.
I absolutely agree with you on that. And we are going to, of course, cover this because Sean's a friend. We've been following him since day one. Sean's one of the creators that Creators of Written Sins first covered. He was like all the way back in the day, and we're going to continue to cover it. This is, of course, being our 5th year doing what we do. So pretty proud of that.
He's a great dude. John and I talk a lot about a lot of stuff that we're hoping to do at some point here soon. He's just a really good dude. He's got a great mind for ideas, and his books are great. I actually just got my XCT Fractured Worlds package that I had ordered from Kickstarter, and it was fantastic. It's fantastic stuff.
He's a great creator. Proud to have him to be part of these programs. John, the animator, is another great guy. Remember, we showed the video at the beginning. 24 hours left to fund. Make sure that you're getting part of that. And here in I think it's some part of Orlando, there's going to be an Infinity Toy and Holiday Convention where our friend Lance Footer is going to be part of it, and that's super awesome. December
awesome.
12th, we're actually going to see a convention actually show up. I wish them all luck. It should be awesome. If I can, I'll take the trip, but it's very hard with the numbers going up to know really what the future is going to be. So I really wish them luck, but I can't commit to whether or not I could be there, just because the winter is going to be an odd time this year. But I'll let you read this from Richard Rivera, Comic Book Advocates Network post, and he's the owner and founder of Bridges Enterprises and runs Scoot Comics. So go ahead, tell him about this.
All right, so what we have here is another sneak peek panel from Sengi and Tembo. The hyenas decided they've made a serious mistake. Enjoy. And so you got some brilliant art there, and they're not having a good time dealing with that elephant. Yeah, that's impressive art. That looks really cool.
It really is beautiful.
Well, hi guys. I guess this is good practice. I guess Rob accidentally booted himself from the program or lost connection or something. Oh, thank goodness. I didn't know what to do with myself.
That's okay. We just had a momentary Wi-Fi issue because it didn't last long at all. But I saw my Wi-Fi thing shift a little bit. Probably a lightning bolt somewhere close by just made a hiccup. There has been bad weather around us, so sorry.
You are in Florida, so
yeah. And it's funny. We're about to hit the season where we won't see rain for months. Like it'll be cool. It'll be beautiful. It really is an amazing winter in Florida. Is amazing. I have to say that.
Yeah,
I am excited to experience that this year. So sorry about that, but good news is that Make Mine a Double. That's right. Belial is back, and you know what? I keep telling everyone it's called Belial, but it's really a Lynx story. They just spelt the name wrong on the cover. Belial broke.
Belial is a blast. I had such a good time with the first book. I am excited to jump in on this next campaign. Chuck Pinot is a good friend and fantastic creator, editor, kind of jack of all trades. I think the only thing that he doesn't do is art. Just a really outstanding premise for this book. I'm really excited to get my hands on that and experience Belial too.
Yeah, and they say Belial broke 150 backers last night while they slept. That's pretty great thing to wake up to. They're $8 away from the 3,400 mark, and they are excited to keep pushing forward towards the 3,500, which would be 90% funded. We are right around the corner from talking about stretch goals. My friends, let's get some sweet Belial swag in those hands. So very, very cool, Chuck. Congratulations. Keep up the good work, my friend. Keep up the good work.
Yeah.
And
that man is everywhere.
Yeah, and another show, more good news for 2021. You'd see there our friend Roland Mand is there, John Crawford. In Symmetry Creations are there. Jay Magnum is going to be part of this one. I should know his name, and I'm drawing a blank right now because he's someone I actually know, and I'm sorry. We'll open this up to get the proper look at it. This is, of course, from Tom, who does the Daytona show. There we go. Brent Larson. That's it. I actually would have got his name right. I was going to take a chance on it. I was like, there's no way it's Brent Larson. But yeah, I thought I had.
I love when that happens.
I thought for some reason it was my mind playing a trick on me from the Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel now.
Yeah.
Looking for a fresh start after the craziness of 2020. What better way to start 2021 with this first convention of the year? It's actually not the first convention of the year. I've been invited to something that's on the first weekend after New Year's. So there's actually for that. Yeah. I'm debating it. It's a toy show, but I got to figure it out. I mean, again, with 2020, we know 2020 is going to spill into 2021. The thing we're trying to figure out is how far does it spill in. My gut tells me by March we'll see the end of it, and that's just going over the Spaniard flu that they had, the Spanish flu. And it was ironic because they called it the Spanish flu, and it really had nothing to do with Spain or anything to do with that. If you look up the history of it, which I found weird. Well, it was just it's the same thing like calling it the China flu. Now you try to make someone an enemy. It's like when your family gets sick, it becomes like if you're the first one to get sick, it becomes the Moden flu at home.
Oh,
he brought it here.
I hope that never happens with me. I am enough of a pariah on my own. Thank you very much.
I don't need the food. So remember to vote. I have the vote right here for the headlines for today. Well, that should be not he comic version but the comic version. Clearly got cut off, but it's okay. You guys can figure it out. But there's a lot of great things we're about to go over. I'm not going to talk about them because it's time for the mainstream market news brought to us by Indie, which you can get on Roku and on your Google Play devices. Let's get right into it with 11 great horror comics to read this Halloween season, brought to us by sci-fi.com. It's just fun. If you like the Halloween season in comics, this is the list for you. And this is just a quick preview from Flickering Myth of the Vengeance of Vampirella. Now, with Flickering Myth, remember, they actually give you a few pages of art, so check it out. And I'm going to I know this is going to affect Moden, so I'm going to let Moden talk about this.
Oh, no. Bob's Burgers Halloween episode is delayed to November? That's not okay. You can't do that to us. We need our Bob's Burgers.
Blame 2020. Well, I think it's just going to, with the baseball and all that, everything is screwed up this year. That's really what it comes down to.
I know. It's just...
We do have some good news. WWE's Paige celebrates sobriety milestone.
Good for her.
Yeah,
that's awesome. It's good to see things like that in the news instead of another imploding something.
Yeah, we always encourage people to find and seek the help they need, especially in the creative industry. We know a lot of people who go through a lot, so we really wish everyone the luck and the health. If you need to talk to someone, please talk to someone. You need help, ask for help. This is kind of cool. Go ahead and read this out.
Sci-fi meets pro wrestling in Mother Trucker. This sounds fantastic.
It's as good as it looks. I'm definitely going to be into it. That's going to be brought to us, by the way, by GamesRadar.com. The page store is brought to us by ComicBook.com, as well as Marvel makes major changes to... What are they making changes to? Oh, well, they're making changes to their platform. Remember, DC announced that you'll be able to get their books from the new DC Infinite after 90 days. So it'll only be 3 months out to stay competitive.
Yeah, I think is it DC Infinite or is it DC Universe?
No, Infinite. Universe.
I think Marvel's Infinite.
No, I'm pretty sure they're unlimited. Because it says so in the title right here.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Marvel Unlimited. I can't because they're shifting DC Universe to a comic streaming platform.
Yeah, Infinite. They're the ones who are going to be Infinite, which is weird because it reminds me of the Infinite thing that PS4 tried to do, and I can't get my mind away from that. But either way, they're both going to be 90 days now. So you'll be able to get your comics within 90 days, which actually makes it more interesting to me, and I might look at getting Marvel as well. Because digital can be a really good thing. We got some more news. Looks like the Batman's time setting has been revealed. You have to go to Cineblend.com to find out when, but they have found something that tells us when this Batman movie takes place. I don't think
that's awesome. That's really cool.
It's a spoiler, so tread with caution. We have some news, and I know Moden's going to have something to say about this.
Oh, okay. The comic version of Batman villain Phantasm is making her debut in the Tom King Bat and Cat story. This was revealed a while ago. It's one of those things.
You're going to hate this. They're making a change to one of the characters' past.
What?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yep, you're going to have to click the screenrant.com to see what change was made. They went back and made something to change a character. Remember, this is not main. This is a Black Label, so it's not main continual. So this is alternate. This is an Elseworld story, basically.
Now I'm just getting angry. All right, move on to the next story. Move on to the next story right now before I go on a tirade. Okay, so DC to distribute solely through Lunar sets $500 monthly, and it cuts off there. I'm assuming
monthly minimums. Yeah. So they got rid of the Midtown COMiX CWS. Or no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was CWS that they had some initials. Either way, they've moved away. There are now going to be 2 distributors. There's going to be Diamond and this Lunar, but the Midtown COMiX distribution is not going away. I just don't know what they're going to do. Who knows? Maybe they'll turn their gears to look at more independent creators.
They're bringing the DC is going back to Diamond.
No. I'm saying there's only going to be Diamond. However, you're not wrong about that. There are signs that DC and Diamond might be teaming up for some things going forward, and I do think that relationship is mending.
I won't go into that. I think that DC pulling away from Diamond was the right call. But anyways, moving on, we've got Be Kind.
Well, Be Kind and Share. We're at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Like I said, some the Tuesdays and Thursdays shows, generally speaking, only need to be a half an hour sometimes, and we'll happily take it. You know what I mean? 30-minute news is great. Means we get you enough stuff, and Michael and me get more time in our day. So, Michael, real quick, give him a pitch to Gambit, and we're out of here.
All right. So, Elysian Fields: The Pyramid Gambit is the second installment of Elysian Fields, the first being our 0 issue that we did back in the late spring, early summer. The Pyramid Gambit picks up where the 0 issue left off, with Achilles in the middle of a fight for his life in the arena during the Abyssal Tournament of Champions. And so now he is meeting officially for the first time his team of other heroes from Greek mythology that make up Team Hades. You've got Heracles, the conqueror of the 12 labors, and Theseus, slayer of the Minotaur, and they are teaming up for their first round of the tournament against an opponent who has never seen defeat before in the arena, the champion of Osiris, Imhotep. And so this is where we are going with the Pyramid Gambit. 54 pages of story, a character glossary, and a whole bunch of other little surprises here and there. And, we have a supporter troops tier, $10 of which will go to the Special Forces Charitable Trust. Per tier, we have original art. We've got a whole bunch of stuff here on this campaign for you, and we have a whole bunch more coming to you in the form of stretch goals and even add-on tiers that will come later. So come back the book, help us get to 5K, help us get beyond, and let's keep on pushing Elysian Fields: The Pyramid Gambit. Thank you so much for getting us to where we are here today. And you guys are fantastic.
And next week, Moden will have a special where he'll be talking not just about Gambit, the Pyramid Gambit, but I'm sure he'll invite some other friends on to talk about things. The news will become on Tuesday next week a Moden special, as I'm on vacation. So I look forward to seeing what Moden does while I watch from afar. But I have nothing but confidence in him. And then the following Tuesday is Election Day. We will not be on air for the entire week. We're going to give the nation of the United States the entire week to do what it needs to do and everyone to be part of that process. We expect it to be a long week, so we're stepping out of the way and allowing everyone to get everything out of their system. We won't do any shows that week. And we're telling you now because we think it's important. We think you should go out and rock the vote. Get voted, have your vote counted, whether it be a mail-in ballot or whatever you have. Go out there, be counted, and have your voice heard. And make sure to have your voice heard with our polls every day. Next week, there will be no polls, by the way, because we will not have a breakfast brunch that Sunday right before Election Day. Again, sometimes it's easier to just let everyone else relax and do what they got to do on their own time. Moden, anything to say on our way out?
No, just back Elysian Fields if you can. If not, share the link around. Thanks for the support. We'll see you next Tuesday. I'm going to see if I can't bring some fun people to come chat.
All right, and we'll see. I'll see you all back here tomorrow at 11, and you'll see Moden here next Tuesday as he takes over for a day. And here we are. We're out.
Chaos.